All right, good afternoon, NOMS racers. I am just about to head out my driveway and head down to Vultures Knob, where Knobfest is already going on. And I am doing this one last video before I leave for two reasons. Number one, I always intended to do a last video before I leave today to give you guys some updates. But also, we are trying to put to bed what has become a minor controversy surrounding the series. Hopefully controversy is a little bit too strong of a word and we don't actually need to keep calling it that. So, when the series was conceived, the idea was always that, since this was going to be the only USA Cycling races in the state of Ohio for mountain bike cross country, the winner of the series would be also the Ohio State champion. USA Cycling permits that. They basically permit two models. They will let you do a series where the series champion is also the state champion, which is particularly a good model in states where that series is the only one putting on races. But in a situation where you have multiple entities putting on races for the same discipline, as we do with cyclocross in Ohio, we have the Northern Ohio Cyclocross Series, Cap City Cyclocross, and OVCX, you have a situation where it becomes necessary to have a separate state championship race, because you could have people that are participating in each series within the state, but they should all be eligible for the state championship. So in my mind, since NOMS was the only USA Cycling races in the series, the model where the series winner was also the state champion made so much sense that I did a poor job of broadcasting that message to all of you, and that's on me. It's not on any of the other volunteers or the individual race directors. That was something that I personally dropped the ball on. And everybody that has been coming to the races consistently over the summer seems to have understood that that was the intention. The problem comes in that, since I did not do a good job of broadcasting that to a wider audience around the state of Ohio, the racer who is passionate about mountain biking, who might be coming from Cincinnati or Columbus or Athens, didn't get the memo. Again, it's my fault. I totally own that I am the one that created the situation, and it's my fault. And their annoyance with the situation, their aggravation with the situation has merit. Because we shouldn't have created this situation. I should not have created this situation. The problem with changing course at this point and saying, okay, we're going to switch, and the state champion is going to be the person who wins tomorrow's race. Well, what does that do to the racers that have been showing up consistently to the races all summer, who were getting the message, who were expecting that if I win the series, I am the state champion? So that's not fair to those racers either. So I have spent a lot of time talking to USAC officials and people in leadership at USA Cycling. Believe it or not, there's people at USA Cycling that like me enough to answer my call on the weekend. I know that's hard to believe. If we were to double down and say, our series champion is the state champion, they would stand by that decision. And that decision is not wrong, because although we did not broadcast the message well, it was always the intent, and there were a preponderance of people that were understanding that. However, doing what's not wrong is not always as good as doing what's right. So we were seeking a compromise today, and the compromise that has been put forward to me by USA Cycling is that tomorrow, at the end of the race, once all the results are in, if the series winner by points is not the same person that wins the race in a specific category, we are going to bestow state champion status on both of those individuals. One will be billed as the state series champion, and one will be billed as the state championship race champion. And both parties will then be able to order the state champion jersey. I'm going to be honest, when this was first proposed to me, I wasn't a fan of it, because to me, part of me felt like it was a little bit of a cop-out. And I had to ponder on it for a while, and I talked it over with a number of people. And although it seems odd, okay, I don't want to turn my back on the racers who have been showing up consistently, but I also don't want to turn my back on those passionate riders and racers from other parts of the state who, do want to be able to compete in a state championship. My goal at the end of the day is I want to provide mechanisms for people to participate and get more people to the start line and more people to the finish line. So I came around to this being a good solution. I'm sure it's not going to be something that 100% of people agree with, but that is what we are going to do with the state championship. In instances where the series winner and the race winner are two different people, it will be co-champions. I hope that you can give us some grace on this, as everything has been a learning experience starting this series this year. And of all the things that could have gone wrong, I do find it a little bit amusing that 8 months ago we thought mountain bike cross country racing was dead in Ohio, and we didn't know if anybody would turn out to race. And here we are arguing about who's going to get the championship. It's not the worst thing in the world. Couple other things about tomorrow. If you're not already down at Vultures Knob, you should get there, because they got Knobfest going on today. They have vendors, they have skills clinics, there's a suspension clinic going on today, there's going to be a campfire tonight, there's some great stuff going on at Knobfest. We got a lot of stuff to give away. I know Vultures Knob is taking donations for anybody coming into Knobfest today. They're also selling some really cool new Vultures Knob t-shirts, and we've got a lot of great prizes tomorrow. We've got more of the samples from Muck-Off to give away at registration in the morning. We kind of crowdsourced the prize table for this one. We've even got some honey that was donated by some local beekeepers for the prize table. And also Great Lakes Brewing has sent some beer down for the prize table, 21 and over only. So it is shaping up to be an absolutely incredible day. Don't forget that after the race tomorrow, we will be giving race awards only. All of the series awards and state championship awards will be given out at the series awards party at Ray's Indoor Mountain Bike Park on Sunday, October 15th. There is a Facebook event for it, and you can expect to get some email communication about it as well. When we get to that point, you're going to be able to have an opportunity to order a state championship jersey if you qualified for it. We're going to have more great prizes from all the people who have stepped up to help support the series this summer. So please, whether you win or lose tomorrow, come to the series awards party at Ray's Indoor Mountain Bike Park on October 15th. You're going to get discounted admission if you show your NOMS number plate at the door. And if you're not riding that day, it's free admission just to come in and attend the party. And by the 15th, I will have a plan together for what the food will be at the awards party. And I promise I will do a better job communicating the food than I did the plan for the series awards. Again, my apologies for the confusion. We're doing the best we can, and I will see you all on the start line.